Hi Moonies, welcome back. Thanks for being here. So today I'm kind of going on a little rant. I normally don't do videos like this because I usually just try to stick with the positivity, and I'm always really happy when there's any news about Sailor Moon, and generally speaking, I'm always happy to get more Sailor Moon information. And we recently got a trailer, but it was actually more of a blip of a clip, I call. It wasn't really a trailer. I guess they call that teaser trailers, but I don't know. I guess that was a teaser trailer. I don't know. It's been a long wait since we've had any news for Sailor Moon Crystal Season 4. And we haven't had to wait that long for the other seasons, and I know there's been talk of the animation and all that, but I don't know, guys. I'm a little just kind of deflated at this point because honestly, I was hoping for a little bit more. I was not loving the idea that they were going to make these 2 movies instead of the seasons, but then, okay, fine. There's not enough material to do, not seasons, episodes. There's not enough material in the manga to do episodes. And okay, fine, I can understand that. But, I don't know. I guess I just like consistency, so that really bugged me. And now I'm kind of thinking, oh, are they kind of doing what they did with the redubs of the original series, the animation, where they have parts 1 and part 2. So now we'll have 2 movies to buy instead of 1 for season 4. And you know what? Season 4 was not my favorite season, so I will deal with the whole movie situation. My only real concern about that, outside of a correct interpretation from the manga, because that's what Crystal is, an interpretation directly from the manga, is how long is it going to take us to actually get the movie here in the US? And that does concern me. I know that other YouTubers that actually do reaction videos to the previous seasons for Crystal have voiced that concern. They're like, how am I going to do that? I can't do that in a theater. So that's not going to be fun. That's going to be an interesting workaround, or not at all. I do have to wonder, are they going to do this as a simultaneous release? But they probably won't. Which kind of brings me to my next issue, is that I'm just kind of feeling lately as if the US fan base really does not receive any, if at all, acknowledgement for being fans. I mean, Naoko, Takeuchi, she goes to Russia, Germany, France. She goes to all these places, but she has literally not been in the US for over 20 years. So it kind of makes me feel like the US fan base is just like the redheaded stepchild. We're kind of forgotten. And it kind of disheartens me a little bit because, I mean, if you think about it, the US fan base has to work pretty hard to get the merchandise. I mean, we have to find a good proxy service, a legit proxy service. We have to pay more. And, we just want to feel that, our efforts are being appreciated. And it's just, lately, I guess I just feel as if it's becoming more and more difficult to acknowledge that it's just about the money. And again, I'm not trying to be negative. I still love Sailor Moon, but I gotta tell you, it's a bit disheartening. And I've been kind of deflated. And when I first got this trailer for season 4, I was angry. I had to calm down, which I've never experienced this before. Because I was like, okay, so we've been waiting, almost 4 years, and then we get this blip of a clip with muted colors and weird animation. And I normally don't notice the animation right off the bat, but I'm telling you, the animation was almost like squiggly. I was like, it's not sharp, you know? And it doesn't even have a complete date. It's not even a full date. It's just like, oh, 2020. Well, what does that mean? That could be the end of 2020, the middle of 2020, the beginning. And I know with the mangas, the Eternal mangas being pushed back on the release constantly, it's just like, oh man, I mean, I understand things can be difficult to get to the US and other countries even. I've spoken to a friend in the Netherlands, you know, who said the same thing, and New Zealand, and, you know, just, I understand that you know, there are issues with that, and, you know, I get it. But I don't know. I just feel like we've been waiting so long, and then we get this. I just feel like we're just kind of getting scraps, and it's like, what have you been doing all this time? I mean, I went to the panel with Chiaki Akan, who was running this show, who did such an amazing job on season 3. And, you know, there was so much heart there, just like season 3. And I'm just not really feeling that with this blip of a trailer we got on this one. And speaking of cons, that brings me to my other point that kind of irks me, because I have met Fumio Osabu. I always say his name wrong, so I'm just going to call him Fumio. And I went to the Sailor Moon dinner last year with him, took a picture with him, you know, and I noticed something. I went to the panel with him, and I noticed something about him. He always says things like, oh, I should bring Naoko next time, and maybe she'll come with me. Maybe I'll tell her. Well, a couple months after he came to our con and he said all of that, he went to LA at Anime Expo, and he said, oh, well, when I was coming here, Naoko said she wants to come with me next time. And then he goes, sorry, Houston, talking about the con that I was at. And I felt that was a little petulant, and I realized something. I said, you know what? I get that you're a hype man, Fumio. I get that. But what I have a problem with is when you're a hype person and you're not delivering on the hype. It's like, so are you just saying this just to get attention, get rumors going? I don't know. There's just been a lot of things over the last couple of years specifically that have been kind of bothering me, and it kind of deflates it a little bit for me. I love Sailor Moon, and I always will. I mean, but lately it's really sad, because I would love for Naoko to come back to the US. She has not been here in over 20 years. And I feel like, you know, it's time. We're due a visit, you know? And I mean, maybe they're waiting for the 30th anniversary. And I have a feeling that might be when we, fingers crossed, hopefully still get Sailor Moon Crystal stars. I mean, I really hope they're planning on finishing this. I mean, it would be kind of crazy not to, but I've been a little disheartened, and I know I'm not the only one that's felt this way as of recently. So I'm just kind of venting, but, you know, I'm really holding out hope that maybe on the 30th anniversary we will get stars, and maybe Naoko will grace us with her presence in the US again. I really hope so, because we really love her, and it would be really just amazing if she would, you know, acknowledge that. It's like, we love you, and we would love to see you here. So that's just kind of my rant, guys. So I hope that this has not been taken offensively, because I definitely don't mean it that way. It's been a little frustrating, and I know I'm not the only one that feels that way, but anyway. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, feel free to like and subscribe. Until next time, Moonies.